Welcome back to my cozy corner of the internet. I'm Mayastar, and this is the Mayastar Podcast. I teach energy healing courses online through Mayastar Academy, share spiritual guidance and mystical musings on the Maya Muses Blog, and provide healing, ritual, and spellcasting services as a starseeded shaman and professional witch. Today is episode 2 of a new Mayastar podcast series, and I'm drawing from the Maya Muses blog at blog.mayastar.net. This series features the Maya Muses Memoirs, my recent personal updates and musings from the blog, combined in an omnibus edition for listeners. Today's musings include some recent experiences with one of my familiar spirits, my birthday celebrations, and my plans for organising my Victorian wardrobe. I'm planning some new photo shoots next year, progressing the Pre-Raphaelite project. To read my most up-to-date posts, please visit the Maya Muses blog at blog.mayastar.net when we're finished here today. And thank you so much for being here. If you feel called, please take a moment to like this episode and leave me a comment. It really does help the channel to grow. I read and reply to all of your messages, and I love hearing your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon. That way you'll know as soon as new episodes are released. Now sit back, relax your shoulders, take a sip of chamomile tea, exhale deeply, and let's explore. The 19th of September 2025. Hello, my good friends, and let me start with a big thank you for all the birthday wishes. My birthday was fantastic, and the day after, my stepmother popped over with a few of my dad's treasures for me. Honestly, it felt like I was getting gifts from my dad in heaven. I was especially moved by receiving his Hornby train set, which he received on his 9th birthday from his parents. My dad's childhood was turbulent. His mother died of cancer when he was a very small child, and he and his brothers spent some time living with their aunt following her death. That train set might have been the last birthday present he received from his mum before she died, and he'd treasured it and kept it until he died. And now I'll treasure it and keep it until I do. A real piece of family history and an unexpected gift. I've also received his bongos. He was a drummer in several folk bands, and I have many instruments that he gave me over the years. This year marks 10 years since he died, so receiving these drums was a special moment, and I'll definitely use them in my own compositions too. Other than that, I was generally spoilt rotten, and my gratitude journal is overflowing with blessings and beautiful days. All in all, this year's been hectic and productive, but also filled with reasons to smile and many small and big accomplishments to celebrate. The year's not over yet, though. I have plans to reorganize my extensive wardrobe, all my corsets and costumes from past photo shoots, with a mind to new projects next year. But with the reorganization, I'm taking the opportunity to have a good clear out too, and I'm planning to have it all done and dusted by Christmas. I can already envision Christmas with Spider and the fur babies snuggled under the sofa blankets, watching something festive and sipping my hot chocolate as I admire the Yggdrasil tree and the stack of neatly wrapped presents beneath it. I'm good at wrapping presents. People often comment on it, and experiencing that sense of satisfaction and security you get when there's nothing outstanding on your to-do list. Between us, me and Spider have really achieved a lot this year. Personal stuff, professional stuff, all kinds of stuff. A lot of those things you don't actually see, but the changes to home and garden are things you get to appreciate every single day. We've been putting a lot of time and love into our home this year, and I'm not exaggerating when I say you can feel the difference. Home magic is powerful, nurturing, and deeply healing. In other news, this week I've been working with unicorn energies, with the unicorn love and light encoding, a really magical energy when you're celebrating. If you read tarot, connecting with these energies can give you a bit of an Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups vibe. Blessings, connection, and celebration. It's great for amplifying a good time or taking the edge off a stressful one. It also combines really well with the crystal rose, which is a soothing, calming energy I've been working with before bed, especially on the nights I'm doing temple work, spells or attunements late in the night. On those nights, connecting with the crystal rose at the end of the session can help me relax and prepare for bed. I've been sleeping really well too, so I must be doing something right. I hope your week is magical and that you too have plenty to celebrate. 28th of September 2025. Welcome back to the blog. It's been another enriching week here at Mayastar. I've had the pleasure of working with a new student on the Energy Anatomy Diploma course. This one's a bit different to my other courses and is intended as a foundation for those new to energy work or those who want a deeper understanding of the energy body and the way it works. It includes information about the chakras, meridians, and layers of the auric field, and covers the workings of these aspects of our spiritual anatomy in detail. It's a great course for anyone intending to work as a healer too. Some people shy away from this type of course as it's composed of a series of assignments that you read and answer questions on. But you really don't need to worry, even if you've not studied anything for a number of years. Each assignment conveys a digestible amount of information about an aspect of the energy body, and there are no deadlines or time limits, so you can work at your own pace. The exercises included in the course can help you to connect with subtle energy in a more tangible way and can increase your natural sensitivity and intuition. Additionally, I had a lot of temple work to complete over the equinox. The alignment of celestial energies with the new moon, lunar eclipse, and the autumn equinox was a powerful energetic portal. Equinox energy is often challenging. It marks a period of balance, so things that are creating imbalance in our lives often come up around this time. I like to think of the equinox as being a time to consciously release sources of stress or aggravation, to let go of habits that are no longer serving us, creating space for the blessings the universe intends for us. As such, I amplified the effect of these potent tides by completing a banishing and blessing intensive, usually a 6-day ritual. I completed it over 5 days, so that the final ritual of the banishing and the first for the blessing were completed on the day of the equinox. I've used that technique a few times for special workings, and it really amplifies the energy, concentrating it and increasing the intensity of the energy build. But because I'd scheduled the double ritual, I also spent extra time in the temple leading up to it, ensuring all the attunements were prepared for students to receive before the equinox. I'm so organised. Our new shed arrived this week too. Spider has plans for it because it will be used for storing some of my costumes and Victorian clothing. He'll be adding some ventilation and insulation to keep everything tickety-boo. This is one of the main steps in the reorganisation plan. Next step is having a good sort out and organising clothing by colour so I can easily find what I'm looking for when I plan new Pre-Raphaelite projects next year. I think the organising and sorting part will take about a week. But I'm not working to a deadline. I prefer to do those big chores in manageable chunks, just so I can be thorough and mindful as I work through it. I can't believe I'm actually looking forward to it. What else? Oh yes, something kind of weird happened the other day. This day started out kind of strange. I took the dogs into the garden in the morning, as usual, and when they went back into their bed to wait for breakfast, I noticed a huge spider flailing around in their water bowl. It was a weird start to the day, and as I dealt with the spider, it occurred to me that after Tipsy, my cat and familiar, passed in April, and I had connected with her on the astral plane and within the temple, I told her she could keep the house free of pests, especially spiders, because a lot of them had emigrated from the old shed when it was torn down. Now, it wasn't a formal request, just a passing comment, so I hadn't thought about it again afterwards. But seeing the spider in the water bowl made me think, nice try, Tipsy. Later on the same day, I went into the garden to replace the food on the bird table, and as I walked back up the garden, I noticed something turquoise in the grass. I thought it was a bit of litter that had blown in. It was a windy day, so I bent down to retrieve it, and it was stuck fast into the earth. Weird, I thought. I gave it a yank and pulled it out from where it had been concealed, buried just under the surface of the earth. And it was Tipsy's old collar. Checking my Amazon shopping history revealed that I'd bought it for her in August 2016, and my sister remembered me talking about it because I'd got new collars for the dogs at the same time, and the cat only wore hers for a few days before she came home without it. I honestly can't imagine how it got completely covered by earth and was never disturbed by one of the dogs or Spider when he was raking up grass, and it sat in there for 9 years. Then I think one of the magpies must have pulled the end out of the ground that day. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell from my security camera because I'd switched it off that day due to the movement of the trees in the wind setting it off. But that definitely made the strange day seem stranger, almost like a message from Tipsy. I also thought maybe she was giving me a birthday present, because she died the day before her 16th birthday, and I had bought a new collar for her birthday, which I've been wearing as a wristband for the last 6 months. I could be reading too much into it, or maybe I'm not. And maybe Tipsy's making her presence known in more physical ways. Time will tell, and I'll keep you updated here. And one further update. I recently set up a Threads account. It's linked to my Instagram, so if you're on Threads, please follow and start engaging with my daily updates over there. I've also reshaped the locations I share the daily energy updates and quote posts to, so you can find them on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, YouTube, and LinkedIn. The links to all of these can be found in the description box below, but you can also receive them to your inbox by subscribing to the Mayastar Daily Guidance blog on WordPress, which you can find at mayastar.blog. This blog allows you to receive the daily energy updates with their affirmations and quote posts direct to your inbox every day. You have to set up a WordPress account to subscribe, but you can sign in with your Google or Apple account to do that and start receiving some daily Mayastar inspiration. If this episode resonated with you and you feel called to explore the Mayastar universe, you'll find a wide range of distance attunement courses, including those mentioned in this episode, at mayastar.net. I offer full support for your spiritual awakening and healing journey, with attunement sent using the Orb of Life method, which means you can receive them wherever you are in the world. You can also explore the latest spiritual guidance, articles, and daily energy updates exclusively on the Maya Muses blog at blog.mayastar.net. And if you'd like to support my work or join the Mayastar Soul Tribe community, you'll find a link for the Mayastar Buy Me a Coffee page in the description box below. The Mayastar Soul Tribe members hold a special place in my heart, so a big thank you and my brightest blessings to you. And thank you to all who like, share, subscribe or comment on these episodes. Your engagement helps this podcast get recommended to people who will find inspiration in my words. Wishing you peace, prosperity, and progress in all you do. With blessings.